I've been impressed with Volkswagen's turbo diesel engines in the past, so what will I think of the all-new one in the 2015 Volkswagen Passat? Let's find out. Well, the engine might have changed, but the shape hasn't. It subscribes to Volkswagen's Cubist design language. It's not rounded like most cars that you see on the road today, and I like it. It stands out, and it's definitely easily identifiable as a Volkswagen. And not just because of the bold VW badge. I think the alloy wheels look great too. The interior also stays the same, and I think that's a good thing. The SEL Premium Edition gets leather seats with memory here, also lumbar support, and I think they look great. The armrest is also covered in leather and hides some storage. It also hides a place to hook up your smart or iPhone plus a charger, but unfortunately there is no USB connection. Moving forward, you get a bit of storage here, a real handbrake, and 2 cup holders. The 6-speed automatic shifter also has a sport mode, plus you can shift it manually if you like. You get a push-button start that's in kind of a quirky place, but that's one of Volkswagen's characteristics. You also get some storage here, plus a charger. The sound system is powered by Fender, which I like, being a guitar player. My test car comes with dual zone climate control. You also get heated seats, the familiar Volkswagen infotainment screen with navigation. You also get a CD player and an analog clock too. The interior materials are a mix of wood, leather, and more wood on the dash here. They're also soft touch materials, which were upgraded in 2010. Nice. On the steering wheel you get a large VW emblem. Also controls for Bluetooth here. And on the other side, controls for radio volume and channel. Plus, you can scroll through menu options straight in front of you. The gauges are quite bold and easy to read. You get a large tachometer. You also get a temperature gauge on this side. You get fuel gauge and of course a speedometer. You get a tilt telescoping steering wheel, the familiar Volkswagen cruise control stalk, and controls for your lighting over here. On the door you have controls for your mirrors, power windows and door locks. You can also pop the trunk, and you get a cup holder and some more storage down here. Overall, it's a simple and well-designed interior that also looks great. Out back you also get storage with a cup holder. You get your own vent and seating for up to 3 across. Pop the trunk and you'll see that it's very, very deep and quite large too. But if that's not enough room, you can go ahead and pop the back seats down too. Plus, you get a pass-through for skis too. The new 2-liter turbo diesel is rated at 150 horsepower at 3,500 RPM and 236 pound-feet of torque at 1,750 RPM. That's good for a 0 to 60 time of 9.8 seconds. It's mated to a 6-speed auto-shift manual with overdrive and auto manual. Fuel economy is rated at 30 miles per gallon in the city, 42 on the highway. You can expect 34 miles per gallon overall. Just check out that range, 845 miles. That's extremely impressive. Just the sheer convenience of not having to stop at the gas station is a huge plus. It saves you time and it saves you money because time is money. The Passat Turbo Diesel starts out at $33,585. Now there's really no options, so you're out the dealer door with destination at $34,405. But just because there's no options does not mean that this Passat TDI is not fully loaded, because it is. It's got heated seats, it's got navigation, it's got a sunroof, it's got Sirius XM, it's got leather seating, also leather steering wheel, and also push-button start with keyless entry. All very premium luxury features, and it's fitting because this, of course, is the TDI Premium Passat. So that's why it's a bit pricier, but you do get everything you could want for a luxurious driving experience. Let's see how the range is going. Well, it says 840 mile range right now, and I've driven 16.7 miles. So it seems to be fairly accurate so far, and that's very impressive. Competition comes from the likes of the Ford Fusion, the Honda Accord, the Toyota Camry. You can look for my reviews of those elsewhere on YouTube. But, of course, this Volkswagen Passat does stand out because of the German engineering. It's also pretty loaded with luxurious features and also comfort and tech features too. But really, it's that certain Farfignugan that you get with Volkswagens. It's something that really makes it fun to drive and gives it a certain je ne sais quoi, and the Passat definitely has that. I've got it down in the sport shifting mode, which means it should hold the gears longer, which it is. Actually gives way all four wheels equally. It was actually pretty neutral in that nice little turn there. The wheels were definitely fighting for traction. But you know, the Passat is a big car. It's not the Golf GTI, and I think it did a very commendable job there. It was extremely predictable, the handling, and fun. So you can carry your family in the Passat, or you can enjoy your favorite back roads, because after all, this is a German sedan, and it is tuned for the Autobahn, and it is tuned with that respectable German handling. Nice job, Passat. I've always been definitely impressed with the Volkswagen Golf, and they say there's a Golf for everyone. Well, perhaps this one is the Golf for people that have a larger family and need a bit more room. It's the Passat, and in this case the TDI turbo diesel. So what does that mean? Well, it means you have to put diesel fuel in it, of course. It also means that you get great low-end torque, which means off of a traffic light or getting onto the highway, it feels extremely fast because it is quite quick, actually. It also means that you get excellent fuel economy, 34 miles per gallon overall it's rated, and that's pretty impressive for a car of the Passat size. It is very large, and the trunk is actually huge, so you can definitely fit the whole family and take them for a long road trip in the Passat, and after all, that's what it's all about. So what's new in 2015 for the Passat? Well, it gets an all-new turbo diesel engine that's good for up to 44 miles per gallon on the highway. It's not quite as fast as the prior edition, but still more efficient, so that's good. Also, rain-sensing wipers and a rear-view camera are also available in certain editions of the Passat. Now, in terms of my Drivin technology integration score, the Passat does very well. Everything falls very easily to hand. I'll give it a strong 8.5, only because it doesn't have a USB input, and I do like to listen to my music that way. It's easy to carry it around and take it from car to car. So if they were to have a USB input, I'd give it a 9 or a 9.5. I like the way they put the turns from the nav system straight in front of you on the gauge cluster, and I also like the fact that you can program the nav while you're driving after you click to acknowledge a warning. That's rare in cars these days, and it's convenient, although it would be best to let your passenger take care of it for you so you can keep your eyes on the road. The backup camera is a nice safety feature, and in this case, you can certainly see, but it seems like you can almost smell the roses. If the Passat TDI was a woman, it would definitely be a lady who's all together. She exercises, she's in shape, she's always up for anything, and she's easy to get along with too. So the characteristics of the new turbo diesel engine are that it's more fuel efficient, but it's also not as quick. Now, it's still very torquey, and it certainly feels faster than it really is when you're accelerating from a stop or getting on the highway. Just because the 0 to 60 time is not impressive does not mean that it doesn't feel quick. It's quick where you need it to be quick, off the line, and if you're passing a vehicle when it gears down with a 6-speed automatic, it really does feel quite torquey and has plenty of power when you need it. So after driving the Passat turbo diesel around all week, I can say that it's really a great all-around sedan. It gives you plenty of tech, lots of luxury, great features too, but really the icing on the cake is that turbo diesel engine. It's got great low-end torque. It also gives you great fuel economy, and it's got a really, really excellent range. And not stopping for gas is really a great thing in a sedan made for long trips and made for the Autobahn. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter. Don't forget to subscribe to me on YouTube. Thanks for watching. I'm Drivin' Ivan Katz.